All right, I'll give it a try.
No. Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
In this famous scene from Star Wars, I just love when Yoda tells Luke not to carelessly make an attempt at using the Force, and that there is no try. There is only do or do not, and nothing in between. Many times when we are attempting to gain new IT certifications or degrees, it's because we wish to change careers, gain more knowledge, or change roles with the new acquired skills that we get. The benefits of doing this is being able to work with what you're passionate about, and more importantly, being able to provide for yourself and your family. We may hold back for either fear of failing, thinking that we're not good enough, or we cry making excuses waiting for someone to give us a handout. Well, let me tell you something. Stop fearing and start taking action. Nobody is going to come to your aid. You have to do it for yourself. All these expert IT pros making tons of money you see out there were once beginners just like the rest of us. Heck, I used to mow lawns, and now I work as an IT systems administrator for a leading engineering firm.
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands. Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions! Do you know what's there? Waiting, beyond that beach. Immortality! Take it! It's yours!
Once I stopped living with this fear, I was able to knock out any IT certification or degree that I set my mind to. Once I had the right "we are lions" mentality, I was able to conquer and have the career I always wanted. When Yoda told Luke do or do not, he didn't say he wouldn't have failures. There will be times when you fail, but as Thomas Edison said, I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. I remember failing my first attempt at the CCNA after going in to test pretty confident after months of preparing. I literally parked my car under a bridge and just cried because of this failure. But I gathered myself again, attempted it again after a couple of weeks, and I was able to pass. In fact, I have passed 12 IT certifications, and I wanted to give you the 3 lessons I have learned from acquiring all of these certs. By watching this video, I hope to save you time by giving you the strategy that I use to pass as fast as possible and gain the new skills that you are studying for. You can apply these techniques to any IT certification and you will get really good results. You will need to study from at least 2 different sources. Let's say you're prepping for the CCNA. I recommend reading the official cert book and taking a full video course. For example, one from CBT Nuggets. That would be 2 sources. When you are doing the reading, don't slow down too much, just keep reading, and even if you feel the information is not sticking, don't worry, your brain is actually picking it up, and down the line, you will remember it. I used to spend way too much time reading slow, trying to remember every single thing and every single detail, but the best thing to do is to just keep going. Read consistently, read fast, and try to do a goal of 3 to 4 chapters a week. If you're a better visual learner, you can also substitute reading the book with another video course from another vendor, as long as you are ingesting from at least 2 different sources. Once you have finished your sources, do some real-world labs. If you're studying for your A+, try building a computer or even dismantling one and then rebuilding it from scratch. If you're doing a networking class such as the CCNA, buy some cheap switches and routers from eBay to run configurations. You can also do these labs virtually with something free like Packet Tracer. Finally, to cement in what you have studied, do tons of practice questions, and when you finish those, do more practice questions. Before, when I said to just keep reading fast and your brain knows how to grab that information, this is when you'll be surprised and you'll get your practice questions and you are able to pick the right one because of that reading that you did a few weeks back. I also recommend to do practice questions from Boson. For the CCNA, it felt like the practice questions were actually harder than the actual CCNA test. And within Boson, you can also do lab within those practice tests, so it's very good. So to wrap that up, study from 2 sources, do labbing, and nail it all down by doing tons of review questions before you take your exam. What holds us back many times is not failing, but the fear of failing, and we sometimes would rather just not fail, and we end up not even trying. Guess what happens when you fail? Nothing. The world keeps going, the clocks keep ticking, and people just keep living. So don't be afraid to fail. If you follow the formula above, you will probably pass on the first try, but sometimes it can come close. And if you do happen to fail, once you restudy your weak areas, on the next attempt, you will most likely pass. The key is not to give up after failing, but to learn from your failure, and once you review everything again, you actually force yourself to well down the knowledge into your brain, resulting in success. You should always keep gaining new IT certifications or reviewing the material you have previously learned so you do not forget it. The IT industry is constantly changing, so it's important to keep updating your knowledge so you don't get left behind. A good way to do this is by getting harder certifications, and you train your brain to not forget what you have learned, and you gain new knowledge at the same time. I hope you found this video useful and it inspires you to keep growing by destroying any goals you set for yourself. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more tech content. I also made a video on how to start working in tech if you want to check that out. Until next time, Ultra Tech out.